Hello and welcome to Flippin' Through, the internet's #1 Mad Magazine news, review, and interview channel. And today we're flipping through Mad Magazine number 246, released April 1984. Our price, $1.25, which is indeed cheap compared to a movie. But before we do that, please let me remind you to hit like, hit subscribe, and leave a comment down below. That's the #1 way that you can support this YouTube channel, help it to continue to grow. And boy, I sure do appreciate it when people do that. It warms the cockles of my heart. If you want to support me in another way, patreon.com/flippinthrough. Link is down in the description. Or you could become a channel member. If you do that, you get a number of things. You can get a 6 set of stickers. You can get buttons. You can get what is this called? A stencil. Stencil for defacing both public and private property. So if this is worth anything more to you than a like and a subscribe and a comment, please consider doing that. These are the people that I get to thank for their support today: Ben Forsgren, Joey Gesso, Reflection of Perfection, Tom Richmond, David Strickler, Megan McInerney, Bobby Weigel, Cam Hayden, Rob Wilson, Rod Mead Sperry, Andrew Goldfarb, Casey Ori, and Little Cozy Nostril, and our very first channel member, Me Too Big. Thank you guys so much for the support. I hope I can keep on earning it. With that, let's get back to the overhead. Let's get me in here. There we are. And let's get into this issue number 246. Trading Places, Risky Business, Flashdance, Matt Houston, Don Martin, and the usual gang of idiots are all in this issue of Mad, a beautiful Jack Davis cover. In addition to that beautiful Jack Davis cover, which I don't know, we haven't gotten a ton of Jack Davis covers, and why not? They're just great. Look at this illustration. And it's okay. Actually, I'm going to zoom out before I talk about the other things. This is the type of the visual gag that I love. It's something that's lost in modern Mad covers. And by modern Mad covers, I mean like, I don't know, over 20 years of Mad covers. I feel like you don't have fun visual gags like this. You get a lot of Neumanizations of characters, which, it's fine. There's nothing, it's inoffensive, but it's not as much fun, and it's not as memorable as these. So here you have, underneath the price, $1.25, cheap compared to a movie. The other fun thing they were doing at this time is barcode gags. This was a relatively new thing. They were forced to do it by, I don't know, Big Grocery. And so they would make jokes about it because they really were unhappy about this change. If your windows look like this after you wash them, you need a new squeegee. Yes. Yes, you do. Hold on. I'm going to pause. So I just had something pop into my mind, an idea that I had to get down on paper. Let's look at this, the inside cover. Of course, what I love so much is the suicide ads. Why kill yourself just because you missed the last issue at the newsstand? Subscribe to Mad and have the next 8 or 24 issues mailed to your home. I'm starting a bit of a collection of all of these suicide gags. I want to do a video of them. Probably the most efficient way would be to go through each issue, like just take an afternoon and go through all of them and see which ones there are, but maybe I'll do that this weekend. I don't know. I have nothing better to do. Look at, you have 1, 2, 3 movie satires and a TV satire. This is chock full, this issue of Mad Magazine. Right off the bat, we have this, Mad ripoffs. Charles Colton said once, imitation is the sincerest form of flattery. On the other hand, God once said, "Thou shalt not steal." With that in mind, we now present Mad ripoffs. Please address all correspondence to Mad Department 246-485 Madison Avenue. I don't know why that's there. Anyway, these are times when, in recent history, people have taken Mad's ideas. Of course, there's this one, the famous cover for issue number 60. It's printed, the cover's printed twice, inversely. So it's like if you flip it over on the perpendicular axis, it would say, congratulations to John Kennedy or congratulations to Richard Nixon. I think this was the back cover, I believe. I can't remember off the top of my head. This also, I think, was the first appearance of Spy versus Spy. And then, look at, they did this in a political cartoon. And if you think like, well, you know, maybe they came up with the same idea. It's not. This is homage. All of these, I'm pretty sure, are homage. It's the same all the way down to this. We were with you all the way, Ronnie. And it says the same for President John F. Kennedy and President Richard Nixon. It's a funny gag. Doesn't work as well actually printed side to side. Here we have another homage. Scripps Hardware Newspapers, November 1983, in case of fire, turn upside down. And it's absolutely, this is meant as a, you know, homage. Maybe this one isn't. That one, I don't know how many people actually remembered that cover. I do like this, though, that idea of, you know, the mad makes, the world takes, as they say. Here we go. This is kind of cool. Gene Siskel and Roger Ebert at the movies, right? Wasn't that the name of it? Hi, my name's Gene Sissy, and I'm Roger Ebor. We've been asked to review 3 hot movies that you might have missed last summer if you've been stranded on a desert island, which is obviously what Mad Editor must have been, or else he would have ordered satires of these films for the magazines when they first came out. I think this is kind of fun. Just lets you crank through 3 movies rather than 1. And I don't know if any of these warrant their very own satire. So it was pretty cool to see Mort Drucker working like this, and Stan Hart writing like this. Trading Races, take on Trading Places. One of the funniest comedies ever. I remember seeing this as a young man. And Eddie Murphy, why can't I remember him? The guy from Ghostbusters, you know, a fantastic movie where they say, well, what is it? Nature versus nurture. Let's take a poor guy, put him in a rich man's game, take a rich man and ruin his life so that he's destitute, and see who can overcome or who can succeed. You do see Jamie Lee Curtis's breasts in that movie. I remember it very well as a young man. Really implanted, core memory right there. And then they do these kind of these fun little transitions into the next movie. We have Raunchy Business. I think I saw that like once. I don't remember being that entertained by it. It's about a young man who runs a brothel, right? I think. And then finally, Flashdance. This is funny. What I disliked about that film was that there was no plot, no story, no nothing. Exactly. That's what made it so fresh and exciting. It was also stupid and boring. Wonderfully so. That's why it was so successful. You nerd, how can you consider a picture that puts its audience to sleep a success? Our last film was the surprise of the year. It was about a girl who has a passion for dancing, a high school dropout who makes good. It was called Flashdance. Oh, Flashdance. Great. I can't even read. Anyway, this movie I don't think I've ever seen. So I did not read that. One of my favorite things is the do-it-yourself covers. They don't usually do it like this. Normally it's like a news story or something. So I was pretty excited for this one. It's like Mad Libs, except you get a menu of things to choose from. And this is cool because you can keep going back to some of them. So this goes, D.E. reveals shocking facts about A, B, or C. So, D, tourists on Guam reveal shocking facts about Muhammad Ali. Warning, nose picking can cause obesity. C's, let's see, Zsa Zsa Gabor's personal tip on how to stop gossiping. Startling new discovery, belching may prevent pregnancy. I bet you it would. You know, if she's really just belching a lot, might be like, no thanks. Exclusive photo of Victoria Principal's secret hideaway in the Pentagon. And Liz Taylor's secret affair with, who am I going to pick? Eleanor Roosevelt. Government report cites increase in A, B, or D. Let's go bureaucrats. Oh, look at transsexuals. Again, Mad Magazine making jokes that they would not go over well in modern times. Everyone knows that Johnny Carson makes over $5 million a year. One reason he does is because of his extraordinary ability to ad-lib, to spew out hilariously funny one-liners right off the top of his head. Unfortunately, the average clod, meaning you, when trying to impress friends and influence people, is no Johnny Carson. In fact, most of you aren't even an Ed McMahon. But not to worry, here comes Mad to your rescue. After this, the next time someone throws you even the slightest hint of a straight line, you'll be all loaded up and ready to fly with a barrage of one-liners guaranteed to earn you big yucks, because you will have read and memorized the Mad Guide to Surefire Ad-Lib Lines. Artist Paul Coker, writer John Ficarra. Whoop. Now, a lot of these just turn out to be insults. This is a page of insults, especially this the second one, but let's focus on the first. I came from a really tough neighborhood. How tough was it? It was so tough at our McDonald's, the 1 billion served meant the number of guys from the neighborhood that had done time. The police used my high school yearbook as their mug file. When a baby was born, before the doctor slapped it, he advised it of its right to remain silent. How about this? I mean, she is fat. How fat is she? She's so fat, she doesn't go to a doctor, she goes to a groundskeeper. This is like yo mama jokes. Your mama's so fat, clothing manufacturers had to change their labels to one size fits most. And she keeps her diaphragm in a pizza box. That's risky, right? Risque? That's a crazy joke in Mad Magazine. Geez, is it cold? How cold is it? So cold. Up in the state prison, the inmates are begging for the electric chair. I saw a guy clean up after his dog with an ice pick. People are flicking their Bics in their pocket. Anyway, I think maybe it's okay. This is an all right one. It's funny that somebody on the last issue that I flipped through, their comment was like, you know, their opinions on the different things, and they were like, it was an all right issue. It got me through the month. I thought that was pretty funny. I mean, you know, that's like how you had to look at these. It's like, will this last me a month? Can it make me through to, can it get me through to the next issue of Mad Magazine? Or do I got to run down and get a Cracked magazine? It happens. Look at, just in case this issue stinks, I got this one right locked and loaded. Okay, so I might have to bail on it. One morning on a corner downtown. It's a very weird one. They do very strange things sometimes, Mr. Don Martin. Yeah. Imagine being Duck Edwing when writing for Don Martin. Curious how long he wrote for Don Martin. But imagine doing that and just getting no appreciation for that. Now I'm going to do something very unexpected. Longtime viewers will think that I'm doing this tongue-in-cheek. They might think that I'm just setting him up for failure. I'm not. I actually read some of these and I thought these two were pretty amusing. We had a test at school today. What kind of test? I think it was called an I. Oh, you mean an IQ test? Something like that. The teacher said I did very well. No kidding. How high is your IQ? 2020. I thought that was funny. I genuinely was amused by that. And then where is the other one? Here we go. I liked this one. This is a little corny, but I liked it. Knock, knock. Yeah, what can I do for you? Mr. Superintendent, my apartment is freezing. Ah, come off it. It's not that cold. Oh, no. Oh, so how come every time I open the door, the light goes on? Anyway, there you go. I liked that one. And this one, finally, Playmates. Hey, can Arnie come and play football? No, he's grounded. Well, can Arnie's football come out and play football? Every once in a while, I am amused by Mr. What's his face? You know, David Berg. What did I skip over? Matt's aptitude test number 4. Will you make a good politician? Um, just, I don't know. I don't have the time for that. How could you not have the time for this? Drink in this picture, guys. Holy smokes. Mama chokes. That's a beautiful Jack Davis. Is this a Wimmel builder? It's all like one room. Look at the chicken fat. Try our chicken fish hamburger. Try our hot, cold, or chili dogs. Try our fried shakes, fried soup, fried coffee, fried soda. Hospital 5 miles north, I-85. Our Tomaine tacos, chitlin turnovers, onion rings, cute. All sorts of like fun little chicken fat. Just on these signs alone, it's worth the price of admission. But let's look at some of these mistakes. Wonder what number 14 is. 14, the customer is being asked if he wants his burger rare, medium, or well done. Ooh, number 7, the teenage employees are earning more than the minimum wage. Number 1, the teenagers are all chewing their food with their mouths closed. Anyway, what else? Here we have 19. That looks disgusting. The guy who handles the food has cleaned his nails before reporting to work. Oh, number 20. Oh, no, number 10. Who's this old timer? The person parked in the handicapped section is really handicapped. That's rare. I'll tell you where I live. Constant scofflaws. This is one of a mad look at photo booths. This is one of my favorite mad look ats. I can't tell you in how long. I mean, it's so good. Really, really remarkable. I don't know what it is about it. It's just great. Like the pacing of these is super good. He comes up, shakes him down. It's not robbing him. He's just using his tie and shirt and suit coat. Like, he's like, why are you crying, baby? Oh, because she wanted to go to the photo booth? Okay, that one I don't get. But there's like this one where it's a guy goes in, takes a nude photo, and then just holds it up to a woman. I think that's great. The convict getting his photo taken at the photo booth. Superman, of course. How could you not with Superman? Yeah. Oh my God. I didn't notice this one at first. She can't fit in, so she gets a mirror so she can take her photo that way. And here's one. Oh, she goes in. Oh, she's taking a nude photo. I never thought of that. Do people do that? Is that something that could have happened? I don't know. I wonder. Maybe I'll do it. Hit pause and read this beautiful Don Martin. We've all read about the violence, vandalism, and ineffectual attempts to educate that plague of modern public schools. But there are other, more serious problems in our educational system. Problems you've never been aware of if you didn't read about them in this dumb article entitled Other Crises in Our Public Schools. Bob Clark is the painter. Dennis Snee is the writer. Old chewing gum accumulation renders school desks obsolete. Perplexed student Denise Glut wonders how she can get under her desk. Former eraser clean. This is my favorite one out of all of them. Just this kid, this black kid who's just covered and whitened by all of the chalk dust. Former eraser cleaner claims chalk dust damages that which maybe chalk dust is bad for you. Atlanta, Georgia. In high school, in the third world, in the third such suit filed recently, high school senior Matthew Binkowitz claimed today in municipal court that his experience cleaning erasers in elementary and junior high caused him to develop a chronic respiratory ailment. I used to pound the things every day till my hands got tired, Binkowitz said, but it wasn't until a year ago that I realized breathing in all that chalk dust was bad for my health. Binkowitz's attorney, Samuel J. Baskew, said the school board was clearly negligent in allowing the hazard to exist. There should be a warning printed on every eraser stating that a danger to students' health exists from chalk dust inhalation. Who knows how many may have already been exposed to this risk? Fellow students of Binkowitz had markedly different reactions, however. That Binkowitz has been a brown noser since first grade, always cleaning erasers and watering the teachers' plants. He and all the other teachers' pets deserve whatever they get, said one student, who asked to remain nameless. Another student offered a similar comment, saying, "You notice it's only them goody two-shoes who are complaining. Those kids get all the benefits of playing up to their teachers. Let them take the consequences." Litigation stemming from the suit is likely to drag on for some time, according to a... Anyway, we'll keep moving on. Here's Spy versus Spy, a really fun one, I thought. Yeah. Trapped him in a bottle. Poor guy. For some reason, Robin Williams is interviewing the creep of the year, crisis relocation emergency evacuation planner. This is Harry North Esquire. Wait, is it? Yes, Harry North Esquire is doing the illustrations here. Great mad artist. But we're going to just keep on keeping on and move on to this. Mad's early warning signs, or you'll know something's up when. Every other commercial on TV is an armed forces recruitment pitch. Lee Iacocca does a Chrysler commercial, and you notice tanks coming off the assembly line. You keep snagging anti-submarine nets in your favorite fishing spot. Your New York to Washington, D.C. shuttle flight is painted in camouflage colors, and as you approach Washington, D.C., you pick up a fighter escort. Henry Kissinger keeps saying, "No comment." Is that what he sounds like? Here we have a mad look at cold sufferers. Paul Peter Porges, the nose dripper. I've seen that. Old men, they'll get like these big drips right on the end of their nose, like right in that middle part. Ugh, I'm bound for it. I know, but yeah. Here's the cough bouncer. Disgusting. Vicks Vapo Rubber. Ugh. The deep throat gurgler. And the pill popper. That's pretty fun. Just 2 pages of that. I like that. Here we have some more blind humor. Who would have guessed? Who would have thought that we would get even more of that? Now, this is Matt Houston. I don't know what Matt Houston is. Is that... I thought it was Tom Selleck in like multiple... Is this Tom Selleck? It looks like Tom Selleck. I'm probably thinking of some other thing. Here we have our Mad Fold, and what insatiable monster is starting to roam our streets again? Wait, this one's too big. The Detroit Gas Guzzler. And it's doing this great thing. It looks, well, it was actually folded, so may as well do this. The Detroit Gas Guzzler. That's a great one. And finally, the back cover. In case of atomic attack, the federal ruling against praying in this school will be temporarily suspended. You guys, this has been Mad Magazine number 249. I sure hope you enjoyed it. Will you pretty please remember, hit like, hit subscribe, and leave a comment down below. Thank you so much for watching. Toodaloo.